What is good, everybody? I'm back. Your boy, K.O. Kenny. Let's get it. I do got something for you. I wasn't here last week. I do want to apologize for that. I try to be as often as possible, but I've been working on my music release, yo. And I got a 6-track EP, extended play album coming out, you know what I'm saying? Been working hard on that, been putting the finishing touches and trying to do some promo and things for that. Getting some album cover work done and a lot of things. So I wasn't able to come on last week, but here we are. I'm back this week, and my EP is called All on the Table, and it comes out this Friday, the 13th. It'll be out Thursday midnight or Friday midnight. As soon as it turns Friday, my music will be available on all streaming platforms. You should go check that out. I'm gonna play a little something right now. A little introduction, let one of my tracks play out, and then we'll get right into the boxing talk. Let's go. Been putting in work. We taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. We taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. Surging out on these loafers, spray me down and it's over, these pipe down, swallow boulders, I'm dancing to it like Glover, walking down the street, I still bagged her up like I told ya. She a random bitch, but I love her, her body looks like a sculpture, these niggas scoping like vultures, got a nigga scoping like poachers, don't come through, it could get ugly like ogre. Ayy, I light shit up, but they don't want smoke, I holler at her like Vamonos, they stay fresh so they don't seem broke, I stay fresh but the bank stay froze, I popped the bottle, started hit my scene, she saw me last night, I was in her dream, she'll see me tonight when I make her scream, give it to each other as I chase this cream, taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. We taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. It's 4 a.m. walking out the club, this NYC's no 2 or 3, got through 2 with the split fee, sprinkle front toast, so we lit D, you can smoke with us, but not for free, like we just pay for everything. Get to the crib, then she pray for Pete, gotta work for mine, gotta work for she work for her, then she works for me, I hit it down, then she hit the Z's, wanna kick it out, that's my inner beast, gotta chill out now, so lay under trees, dark thoughts since I'm under shade, got a problem with me, let's shoot the fade, eat it all up, leave the pussy jaded, open your mouth and give you a taste, I guess you can stay at my place, just take your shit and leave no trace. Just take your shit and leave no trace. We taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. We taking the city tonight, drinking, rubbing thighs, stick shift stuck on 5, my heart's filled with ice, so I do take advantage, I don't play nice, the pussy is payment, I swear it's suffice, she loving the feeling, I make it feel nice, if I love the feeling, I'm hitting it twice. Let's go. Let's go. Been working. Salute everybody. Thank you for joining me. Salute Nando, JC, Eileen, and the Boxing Historian 206. Thank you all for joining me and tuning in. That's the track, one of the ones I'm releasing with my EP this Friday. Let's go. May 13th. Let's go. It's called All on the Table, the 6-track EP. But all right, let's go. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. And it'll be on all streaming platforms, by the way. All right. First off, a lot happened this past weekend. A lot of that very few expected. One of the people is tuned in right now, the boxing historian. He actually predicted Bivol winning. But besides that, I don't think many people predicted Bivol winning. He's very skilled. I call him the big fundamental. And the big fundamental had an answer for everything that Canelo tried to bring to him. You know, the big fundamental was ready. He was composed. He was thinking. He was throwing punches and bunches. He was there to win the fight. Every time that Canelo landed something of substance, something powerful, something that he felt, which Canelo did land a couple of those, Bivol would come back with a barrage of punches. Bivol was not standing there to get boxed out, like to get beat up and destroyed and get his arm and bicep torn and destroyed, like Canelo has done to his past opponents. Nando says, I had to fight 55-45, not a shock. Ain't that Tim Duncan? Yeah, that's Tim Duncan's name, the big fundamental. But we don't have a big fundamental over here in boxing. And the big fundamental, that is Bivol, man. Because everything that he was doing in there was fundamental and impressive. His footwork was great. His jab work was great. His mentality was great. His gas tank was great. His chin was great. The guy was in there to win. He wasn't in there to lose. Got to give the man his props. Let's big up Bivol. I do want to give Bivol his props. He deserves his flowers. We can't be out here hating on Bivol, saying, yo, well, it's because Canelo went up to 175 and all this other stuff. Although Bivol's super humble in his victory. Bivol is 100% super humble in his victory. You got to appreciate him and his ability to be humble in victory. He's like, well, Canelo loves to challenge himself. Canelo's a true 168 pounder. He's not a 175 pounder. So, you gotta. He loves challenging himself, and if he wants to rematch at 175, then we'll do it at 175. But I beat Canelo, great, but he's a 168 pounder. So Bivol's a humble dude, man. Bivol's a humble dude. Nah, JC. No one's hating over here, but I've been watching a lot of media from a lot of channels, and there is a hell of a lot of hate going on. It's like people wait for the moment that someone trying to be great and taking risks and trying to win. They wait for a person like that to lose, a person who is probably the best in the sport to talk trash, because they want the payday and they want situations. A lot of people talking nonsense. Kenny, do you think Bivol was a cherry pick? No, I don't think any of Canelo's fights are cherry picks. Every fight that Canelo takes is a challenge. There's certain fights that were mandatories and certain fights that were to test his abilities against bigger guys and see exactly what he could do. But at the end of the day, nah, man, I do not think Bivol was a cherry pick whatsoever. Bivol is extremely skilled. I don't think any of the guys that Canelo would have to fight at 175 pounds if he wanted to become undisputed in that weight class are cherry picks. None of them. Neither Joe Smith Jr., nor Bivol, nor Beterbiev. None of those guys are easy fights. So, we just gotta give Bivol and Canelo their flowers. I haven't spoken much about Canelo yet, but I will. I just had to make sure I showed enough love to Bivol before I even start mentioning Canelo and talking about Canelo, because there's a lot of Canelo things to say about Canelo that I have. Pugilism says, cool thing about Finito Lopez, strawweight, was the only guy who knocked him down was a Nicaraguan with the last name Alvarez. Big Finito Bivol didn't get close to getting clipped. Took few uppercuts though. If anything, this is an example of why guys don't take risks, just beat nobody, and you thought of more highly than guys that seek to fight the best, win or lose, let alone having fought 61 fights. Look, I agree with you, Team Batman Boxing, but even if I know Canelo's mindset, because I think like Canelo. Look, you got to take the biggest challenges. If there's something you want to do it to the greatest of your ability and try hard. Even with this whole putting music out thing that I'm doing, like, that's me trying hard because that's something that I've always wanted to do, and I got skills in writing music. I'm like, yo, let me get on this. Why not take the risk? Why be afraid of taking the risk? I don't care. I'm not afraid to be judged, and Canelo is not afraid to be judged. A loss is not going to stop Canelo from trying to be great. He's going to keep on going forward. He's going to go hard, and he's going to probably rematch Bivol at 175. All right. All right. So, my first question to myself to answer: what could Canelo have done different? What could Canelo have done different? I mean, the weight, I don't think the weight was too good on him. He looked very slow. He couldn't throw too many punches. in succession, and when he did throw a lot of punches in succession, he would get tired, and you see he would slow down, he would stop throwing punches, he would start backing up towards the ropes, and Bivol would start taking advantage. He wasn't jabbing as much as he probably could have. That's something Mike Tyson said, and I kind of do agree with that statement. You know, he wasn't jabbing as much as he could have been jabbing. I think if he would have had a more powerful, fast pop shot type of jab to try to keep Bivol away at times when Bivol was coming forward with his barrage of punches, because he was landing them. Bivol was fast, man. Bivol was fast, and that gas tank was amazing. You know, give credit where credit is due. But what else could Canelo have done different? There was some moments that Canelo was doing very well with the head movement, and I think that got him tired and took a lot out of his gas tank as well anyway, because he would do it for moments and then he would stop and start moving backwards, more like a straightforward backward type of movement. I don't think that the weight was too good on Canelo. If he was to rematch Bivol right away, which I think he should, but if he was to rematch Bivol right away, I don't think that he should come in at the full 175. I think it'll be to his advantage. We know he has a chin. We know he could take the punch. We know he's probably not going to, like, he has the defense to roll with the punches and the big power. So we know he's probably not going to get knocked out. We haven't seen Canelo get dropped before. So, you know, we've seen him get hit pretty hard, and we've seen him eat some pretty big punches. So if anything, I think Canelo should probably try to get that rematch, but not come in at the full 175, and maybe come in like at a 172 and let Bivol come in at 175. Don't weight drain, don't catch weighted, don't do none of that shit, because look, that's gonna have a mark on your legacy if you do that type of shit. People always gonna call you out on that. And look, Canelo's a prideful man. I know by his behavior, by the things he does, we know Canelo's a prideful man. So yeah. Coming in at 172, I think would be or under 175, whatever he feels comfortable under 175, but not 168, because then that's going to be too much of a weight difference. I think that's something that Canelo should look into, that he could change for a future fight. Besides that, he needs to work on that gas tank, because look, I'm telling you, he wasn't able to keep, when in the moments when Canelo was coming on that it looked like maybe there was going to be a swing of in action on the fight, where Canelo would be coming on, he would gas out. He would throw a good combination or something and press Bivol to the ropes or something for a little while, and then he would gas out and start stepping backwards and get himself against the ropes and everything like that. So, yeah, man. Team Batman Boxing says, I think he should avoid that rematch, though, but I know he will want to get it back. Yeah, I don't think he should. I don't think he will avoid the rematch, and I don't think he should avoid the rematch. Go against all challenges, accept all challenges. What's the worst that could happen? He loses again to Bivol. What's that going to do to his career? Nothing. People are still going to respect his greatness, and he's still going to be the cash cow. And then maybe they could be like, all right, cool, you beat me twice at 175. Now you beat me twice. Let's try it at 168. They could have a third fight. Look, it's Canelo's world, bro. Honestly, when it comes to fight selection, money, it is what it is. He's going to get his money, and he's going to have his fights regardless. JC says, be careful, Kenny, with your breakdown. They might call you a fanboy. That's making excuses. I don't care what they call me. I don't give a fuck. Let them call me whatever. That's the new narrative. Look, let them call me whatever. I don't care. Look, this is no cap. I speak facts. The question I'm answering is, what could Canelo have changed to what could Canelo change or have done different in this fight, or could he do different for the next fight? That's the question I'm answering. Whether people take that as fanboy, hey, I'm with it, whatever, cool, call me whatever you want. Just, you know, hit the like, subscribe, join me, and let's talk smack. Let's do it. Canelo gonna catch some shit no matter what he does. Credit to Bivol regardless. That's facts, Nando. That's facts. He started to look tired by the 6th round. I couldn't believe it. Marion Brown, I am on the same page. He was looking tired too early, and he wasn't even doing nothing too crazy to be getting so tired like that. You know, the gas tank I don't think was there for Canelo this fight. JC, Nando, win or lose, people, we're still gonna shit on Canelo. That's a fact. 3 months ain't enough time for Canelo to make much needed adjustments for Bivol. I mean, Canelo's a veteran in the sport. Like, there's no, like, he's experienced. 3 months is I think definitely enough time for a veteran fighter to make adjustments. He's been a pro for so long now. He's fought so many different styles and so many different fighters. He needs to make adjustments to his gas tank, his stamina and conditioning. And you know, you can always train differently. I'm sure Canelo has all the tools in his bag to be able to adjust in 3 months. You know, he's experienced, man. He's old in the sport. How many fights he got? The guy's experienced, you know. But yeah, I think those are things that he could have done different. I don't know if these are things that would have won him the fight, though. Look, Bivol fought an excellent fight. I'm not discrediting Bivol. Bivol was the guy that I was speaking about that was wrestling bears and shit in Russia. That's who he was. He came out like Drago. If he dies, he dies. You can't. But he didn't come out that type of aggression. He came out with that type of mindset towards staying focused. Like, his game plan was his game plan. Nothing was stopping him from his game plan. His footwork, completely outboxing Canelo. And he did completely outbox Canelo. Team Batman Boxing says more rounds in the gym, less on the golf course is what I want to see from Canelo. That is facts. Definitely more rounds in the gym. Much more jump roping. When he hits them pads, I want to see him throwing much more jabs on them pads and on the heavy bag and on the water bag too. Instead of all those hooks he be throwing on there, he needs to start working on that jab and I want to see that jump roping. God damn it. He needs a conditioning coach. That dude is more of a strength coach. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who his strength conditioning coach is at all. I don't really be paying attention to that part. I wish I could train some boxers, but, you know, last time I contacted Andy Ruiz, he ain't even respond. I'm not the guy to get shitted on like that. I don't ask nobody for help, or, you know, whatever. This could be Mosley / Winky 2 or Forrest / Mayorga 2. Quick rematches are tricky. Look, it could be crazy. It could be tricky. I think Canelo's going to go for it. And I hope he goes for it, just because that's the type of dude I am. I would go for it. Whether there's a possibility of me losing or not, whether it's a short period of time or not, I would go for it. But as he says, it's him and his team deciding, and there is potential that he may just take a fight in between and go fight Triple G in September and then talk about a Bivol rematch for sometime in the coming year or something. We'll see. Canelo, far from terrible position. Take a page out of Tank, dealing with range discipline. Pedraza, taller-ish, hands, ready to scrap. Barrios, Bivol, tough, all levels. Still needs the ran game once inside, too. Canelo can make adjustments. He'll be fine. I agree. Pugilism, for sure. Canelo should have fought Dramel instead. Canelo could have made a statement with Dramel. Nah, I don't agree with that one. There's nothing. He would have made a statement for sure, but there's nothing really for him to gain from that. What do you think about the 115, 113 scores? I actually didn't really pay attention to the scorecards at the end. I didn't even know that was a scorecard. I always say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What the judges sees, what angle they're seeing it from, and what they praise more is what they're gonna grade more. You know, that judge may have enjoyed maybe a little bit of the defense more that Canelo was doing. I don't know, or maybe he himself was a Canelo fanboy. I don't know. But yeah, Bivol, this fight was way more one-sided than that scorecard shows. That's a fact. De La Hoya and Tito were great fighters that both went one weight division too high. It happens. Taking nothing from Bivol. It does happen. In my opinion, Canelo deserves another crack at it. I agree. I want him to take it at 175 again. Another fight at 175. Boxing's like that. Forget clear transparency. As long as right fighters win, it'll be all right. Pugilism, I completely agree. All right, let's go. Next question to answer. Was Bivol too big? Was Bivol too big for Canelo? My answer to that is no. Canelo has fought bigger dudes. And smaller dudes fight bigger dudes all the time. Look. Usyk fought Anthony Joshua. You know, 6'3" to 6'6", 6'7". Joshua somewhere in that range. Then Dillian White just fought Fury. You know, it's a big height difference there too. Small guys fight big guys all the time. Those are just the top two that came to my head because they were recent. But yeah, so Canelo has also himself fought a lot of bigger dudes. No, I don't think that was the problem. I think that the weight just didn't transition on well to Canelo. He was tired. He was tired, and every time that he used his power and his speed, he'd be drained. He'd be breathing hard right after. You know, it is what it is. All three judges had it 115, 113. That's crazy. There's a saying, you can't win against Canelo in Vegas because the judges and shit like that. But nah. I think it was way more one-sided than that. It was way more one-sided than that. So no, I don't think Bivol was too big. I think Bivol was too fast and had a way better gas tank. The size did play some of a factor, but I don't think he was too big. Because, like I said, Canelo's played bigger guys. He's fought bigger guys. When he's fought bigger guys, he's had a way better gas tank, thrown more punches, and been able to get them out of there. His gas tank was not there. He wasn't able to impose his will the way he wants to and the way he regularly does. So, you know. Voting for open scoring on all championship fights. Imagine the 12th round battle of Bivol and Canelo saw those scores going into 12. Both would press. Nah, that's a fact. If Bivol and Canelo saw those, yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, for sure they would both be pressing to fight if they saw the scorecards beforehand. Be pressing to try to get the W. But it's crazy that it was that close, and that would definitely change the sport of boxing. It would make things much different. But all right, no, I don't think Bivol was too big. Was Bivol too fast? I'm going to blame that on Canelo's gas tank again. Look, I think that a combination of Bivol's size and speed was what played a major role against Canelo. I don't think it was any one or the other. I think it was a combination because, look, when Bivol threw that jab and Canelo threw a jab at the same time, Bivol's jab was definitely landing first. And Canelo couldn't keep up with the volume that Bivol was coming at him with. It is what it is. And Canelo would get tired every time. Like, Canelo would throw like 3, 4, 5 punches. They would all come with power, not different speeds. Nothing would be like, let me just throw a quick one to your face or something to back you up real quick or to blind you or whatever. It was just all power. So Canelo, and they weren't really coming straight. Canelo's punches were all curved. So it is what it is, man. Salute, maestro. Thank you for joining. So salute Kenny and the whole chat. Let's get it. Kenny, you think if Canelo threw more, we had different scorecards? I think if Canelo threw a lot more punches, and a lot more punches landed that were not to the arm, if we had like a more clear punches landed, and if Canelo threw a lot more punches, I definitely think the judges would have tried to rob Bivol, 100%. That's just the way boxing is. And you know that Nevada love for Canelo. All right. So my next question. Did Canelo make excuses? So after the fight, Canelo said multiple times that he thought he won the fight, that he didn't think he lost the fight, but that he'll see, and you know, it is what it is. Was that an excuse? Was that like, you know, something crazy to say for Canelo? I'm going to stand here and I'm going to sit here and say, hell no, I don't think it's something crazy for Canelo to say, because every fighter says it. I haven't heard a fighter that doesn't say that they don't think they lost a fight. Adrian Broner, every single fight he lost, he didn't think he lost a fight. You know, and that's just the first guy who came to head. But it's every single fighter that's ever lost a fight. They never think they lose. It is what it is. It's a fighting sport. It's not, there is no points in the fight. The sport leaves it up to point of views and what you value more in the scoring rubric. It is what it is. It is what it is. But no, I don't think that's anything crazy. I think it would have been very insane if Canelo would have started, you know, going crazy and ranting and like Teofimo Lopez and blaming the zone and coming out with crazy wild excuses, which is not what Canelo has done. Canelo said that he didn't think he lost a fight. We'll see.
we'll see what happens moving forward. Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens moving forward. I think he probably will come out and be like, yeah, I lost the fight after watching the replay. If he's as honest as we believe him to be. But we shall see. Okay. Enough on did Canelo make excuses, because there was no excuse there. He said he didn't think he lost the fight. I don't see that as an excuse. He did lose the fight. We all know he lost the fight. It is what it is. Bivol's same age in his prime and a little bigger. It was a tough fight from the get-go. 100% a tough fight. Play no games. That guy was a beast. All the above. Bivol, fluid range, disciplined fighter. Best boxer to show appreciation for Ricardo Finito Lopez. Big Finito has arrived. Going to be fun to watch for a while. Bivol, I think Bivol needs to start getting his respect, man. I agree. Y'all know I beat that boy. Yeah. yeah, that's the Adrian Broner saying. Y'all know I beat that boy. Come, stop playing. You ain't beat him. You know you ain't beat him, Broner. I thought Broner Pacquiao could have been a draw. Nah, I disagree with that. He didn't really make any excuses. He just said, I thought I won. There was other fights and other situations where there was a lot of excuses, not as shit said. About people putting money in for judges to go against him and a whole lot of other shit that he said in previous fights. But yeah, he's funny. All right. Here we go. The next question is, should Canelo pursue a rematch with Bivol immediately? I know everybody thinks no, he's not gonna no, he's not gonna be ready. Nando said he's not gonna be ready in 3 months, and a lot of other people have also said they don't think he'll be ready in 3 months. Should he go for that rematch immediately? I'm gonna say definitely. I feel he should go for that rematch immediately. That's what I would do. It seems to me like that's what Canelo would do. Canelo seems like a dude who tries to lead by example. And the example he tries to lead by is don't be afraid to lose a fight. Take the biggest challenges and be the greatest you can. Beat whoever you can beat. So look, no. Yes, I do think that Canelo should go for that rematch immediately. I do not think that he should have a Triple G fight in between. If you want to lead by example, that's what I think leading by example will be, which is fight the best fights. Fight the biggest challenges. Do not be afraid to take a risk. If you don't take a risk, you cannot win. If you do not take a risk, a big risk, you cannot win. If you take a small risk, you're going to win small. If you take a big risk, you're going to win big. If you do win, that is. So, yo, Canelo needs to pursue that rematch immediately and just change his game plan. Change his game plan, change something. I think Canelo does have the skills to figure him out. Although Bivol and that mindset and his body and range and everything, people like, just stay away. I don't know. Canelo stock will go down with back-to-back losses. He should fight Triple G and knock him the fuck out, then fight Bivol. I don't think that if Canelo loses a second time in a row, I don't think it'll affect the stock like that at all. I think he'll still be the cash cow. He'll still be who he is, and people still tune in to watch him and everything. I don't think that's going to change. I think it takes way more than 2 losses, especially when you're fighting greatness. It's not like he's fighting like a nobody and got 2 losses against a nobody. So Bivol is a beast. Here we go. So the last thing I'm gonna say for the last question, or that I'm gonna answer for Canelo before we move on to Charlo, Castaño, and a few other things, is if Canelo doesn't fight Bivol next, then who is lined up for Canelo to fight, right? Because people are saying he should stay at 168 pounds. Me and Maestro, we were speaking about this yesterday on Mano a Mano. If let's say Canelo fights at 168 pounds again and stays there for the remainder of his career, never fights at 175, I don't know if he'll go down to 160, right? Then he only has about 5, 6 opponents that he could face, and maybe 3, 4 of them are fights that people want to see. That being Charlo, Benavidez, Yesterday, I think we mentioned, Edgar Berlanga. Maestro mentioned John Ryder. And there was a few other people in there. And Zurdo Ramirez. Yo, so look. Besides that, then what? He was gonna have to wait for dudes to come up a bunch of weight classes to face him, or start entertaining the fights like Errol Spence saying he'll go up to a certain weight, or I don't know, like what is Canelo gonna do after the certain amount of fights? If he does stay at 168, never fights at 175 pounds again, because I say that specific. I asked that question to everybody because everybody's like, oh, he should just stay at 168, never go back to 175. But if that's the case, then Canelo's going to be retiring in 2 years because there's going to be pretty much nobody to fight. And he said he himself says he has so many years left in boxing, like 6 years left in boxing. So, it's a question to be answered for everybody. If he's not going to retire in 2 years, he said he has like 6 years left. He only has like maybe 5 actual real fights at 168. After that, what if he doesn't fight at 175? I don't think he has a choice but to fight at 175 if he wants to continue fighting for the 6 or so years and continue fighting great opponents for the 6 or so years that he says he has remaining in boxing. That's a fact. So, yeah, I think he's going to try to fight Bivol again at 174 specifically because that as well. Yeah, all this stuff on my green screen over here. It's a sunny day in New York. It's finally sunny out here, so the sun is shining through my window and it's on my green screen and it's changing the color, and that is blinding out my image. But I ain't gonna hate on warm weather. We need that. It's been a while in New York. All right, here we go. But out of those 6 or so opponents that I actually mentioned for Canelo, there's only like 3 or 4 of them that are actually good. That being, I guess that would be a fight that people want to see. That being Charlo, Benavidez, and Zurdo. Besides that, I don't really see any. And I don't even think Zurdo's that great. I think Zurdo needs to... no, I think he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that he needs to fight better opposition. The people we've seen him at fight against are not that great. And people give him a little too much credit. So we just need to see him fight a little better opposition before we start talking about, oh, Zurdo's going to beat Canelo. Because that to me is a joke. The guy is skilled, but he's fought nobody. Anybody could look skilled against nobodies. I'm just saying. Don't get mad at the dude saying the truth. This is no cap boxing. No cap boxing. But that's not to say that Zurdo can't and won't be great. Because like I said, Zurdo is skilled. He be fighting these guys that I don't be impressed by, and it is what it is. You got to fight some real fighters. Take real challenges. Canelo, reach out to him. Tell him, take the risk. Take the risk. God damn it. All right. Charlo Castaño 2. Here we go. Super padded record for Zurdo. Extremely padded. It's all pad. There's nothing but pad on his record. There is no like outside tough border. It's all padding, bro. So I don't like the whole fighting nonsense people. Zurdo can beat Canelo though. Nah, look, bro. It takes skill. It takes skill, discipline, and all the abilities to beat Canelo, which was what we saw Bivol had. It like a full package, fundamental skill where he was steady coming. He wasn't gassing out. Look, man, no, I don't think Zurdo beats Canelo. No, I'm sorry. Let's go, Charlo. Get me that stoppage this time. Haha. Yeah. Charlo Castaño. Let's fucking go, Charlo. That's a fact. I think Charlo got this one in the bag. I think Charlo definitely is going to learn his lesson, as he did with when he fought Stevenson for the second time as well. Was it Stevenson? Yeah, I believe so. He's definitely gonna get this W. I think he's gonna put him out early to mid rounds. At least I think that's the best. Matter of fact, let me talk about, before I talk about what's gonna happen, let me talk about what I think Charlo should do and the best shot at winning and looking great that he has. I think Charlo needs to take advantage early. I think while the gas tank is fresh for both of them, Charlo needs to come out with those aggressive, strong jabs and come out with some good combinations early on. And I think last fight he buzzed him in the 3rd or the 4th round. If and when he buzzes him again, do not let off the gas. You got to put the man down. Get some more body shots in there. Get some more head shots in there. Mix it up so he drops that guard. Come around with the right hand and put the man down. That's what he needs to do. He could have done it last fight. Me watching as a spectator, I see it. I'm like, do this. But you know, it's probably much different when you're actually in the ring fighting. So I'm not going to act like I'm a better boxer than him because that's not the case. I'm not a professional. But he could have stopped him that last fight early on, and I think that's exactly what he should do this time around. He should focus on that, and if he can't stop him early on, focus on keeping him at bay with the jab. Do not go against the ropes. Do not let him let off combinations. Work on that lateral movement, work on that lateral movement, and don't extend the arms because they don't like when you extend. But you know, push them off with the forearms and keep moving around them, bro. Use the movement. Don't move straight back and don't position yourself against the ropes and think that you're going to counter something crazy against the ropes, because that's exactly how you got caught and you got your knees buckled last time. For my man Castaño needs to bring it from the first round. Last fight, Castaño didn't really bring it from the first round. It was like he was trying to figure out Jermell in the first round or so. This fight, Castaño needs to bring it on immediately. Bing, bing, bing. He needs to come forward and start throwing punches right away, because he has the gas tank to do that, and that's the only way that I see him slowing down Charlo enough and not having Charlo throw enough punches to stop him, hurt him, or look good enough to win all the rounds, or to win enough rounds to win the fight. Excuse me. Canelo would wash Solo. I agree, Team Batman Boxing. I also agree that Charlo is going to win this weekend. So, look. Castaño needs to come forward aggressively from the first ring of the bell, and he needs to keep that up. And look, he could also knock out Jermell Charlo, and he said he's going for the knockout as well. Because look, he did buckle Jermell Charlo's knee in that corner, against the ropes when Jermell Charlo just stood there for a little too long. Hit him in the chin and the knee buckled, and then he came back up. Luckily, his glove didn't touch the floor, because they would have definitely called that a knockdown. He would have been tight, talking shit, saying that they robbed him. Oh, it was Harrison, like in the first Harrison fight or whatever it was. You know, it is what it is. He was screaming that they robbed him at the end of the fight and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yo, look. Both guys got a way that they can win this fight. They both have a game plan that they can employ in order to get this W. But who I think is going to get this W is going to be Charlo, because that's who I think has the more tools. That's who I think, if he implements a right game plan and comes prepared with enough of a gas tank this time, meaning he trained his cardio enough and not only his power, and gets a little rougher in there, I think Charlo's going to pull this one off fairly easy. Fairly easy, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to get clipped, but I don't know what type of game plan he's going to come out with. If I knew exactly how Jermell Charlo's training camp went, then I'd have a better idea on what to expect. But I'm not in that training camp, and all I know is what I've seen him do before, the abilities that he has, and the adjustments that I think he's going to make as a professional, and put those together and make my call for this fight. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm choosing Jermell Charlo winning. If he wins by knockout, it's going to be somewhere around 4 to 7 or 8. If he doesn't knock him out within those rounds, then it's going to be a 12-round fight. And at that point, better hope Jermell Charlo came with enough of a gas tank to throw enough punches and win enough rounds this time. Because if Castaño wins, they're 100% gonna call it a win for Castaño this time around. I don't see there being a draw, so Jermell better come ready for that 12-round action in case he cannot get him out of there early. And also, do not empty out the gas tank early on trying to knock the man out. Be smart, but also don't fall back either. Don't fall back when you got the man buzzed and ready to go. The GOAT Mario P says Jermell will KO Castaño stiff on his face. I think that's what's gonna happen, but can't exactly call it. Can't exactly call it that way, but I do think that's my first choice. Jermell winning by knockout between like round 4 and 8. And if it doesn't happen somewhere in those rounds, then my second choice would be Jermell winning decision, because I think he is going to come with the gas tank that he needs in order to keep Brian Castaño away and put in that work. With the work, which he didn't exactly put in the first fight. He did just enough to have that fight called a draw. And I say that specifically after I have watched the fight 3 to 4 times since the fight happened the first time. So, you know, yeah. I'm not just talking shit. So, the GOAT Mario P, I hope so. I bet on the last fight, Jermell by stoppage, and he was very close. I did the same thing with Yard. Got it the second time around. Ha, nice. I knew what I had seen. The best way for Jermell to make it an easier night is to get Castaño out so he doesn't have to deal with the pressure late. I completely agree, and that's exactly what I've been stating this entire time. I completely agree, Team Band Boxing. He needs to get him out earlier, because if he does not, then I think that he will have the gas tank. But I hope he does have the gas tank, and that he did work in order to make sure that he's gonna have the gas tank in the later rounds to keep Castaño off of him, and to also keep for himself to keep applying the pressure and continue winning rounds. Because although I do have to say, Charlo definitely won the later rounds in my eyes, and when I saw the fights again, Charlo definitely won the later rounds, and he did come on in the later rounds. He didn't exactly die out, but he was a little more tired, and he was a little more tentative. When he was getting hit, he was definitely a little more tentative instead of just letting them shots and them hands go. Salute, no pal. Thank you for joining in, bro. Thank you for joining in. So, is there anybody in the chat who disagrees with me that Jermell Charlo I think is going to win by knockout between rounds 4 and 8, and if that doesn't happen, then Jermell Charlo is going to win the decision? Is there anybody who disagrees with that? If so, state it in the chat and let me know. I'll read it and discuss that. But oh, and as Maestro said, this is on Showtime. This is not a pay-per-view. And it's one of the biggest fights of the year. That is fucking amazing. I will 100% be watching this fight. Full quality. No streaming. I don't stream all the fights. I only stream the fights that I feel that I shouldn't be paying for. Yeah, yay. I'm a real one. Yeah, I said that. Jermell might KO him in the first round. I think Castaño going to pull it off. How you think he's going to pull it off, JC? Talk to me. Agree. Charlo will be all right, just working off the jab and working the pivot. I agree. Facts. He needs to work the pivot much more and use that footwork much more and not get himself against the ropes. Can't get cute along the, there we go. Can't get cute along the ropes with a pity pat guard, or Castaño will make it difficult to catch him. I agree. And I did read a little article on the boxing scene where Charlo was saying that he's taking it back to the old dog days, that he's coming ready for war, that he was trying to be pretty famous, Charlo, and that didn't happen. He's saying that he don't care about it, that he already lost his soul and he ain't got to worry about shit like that, and that he's coming to win this fight, that he's going to knock him out. And then Castaño from the other side is saying, that he's going to knock Charlo out. That Charlo's been talking too much shit about drug use, about the fake injury, about needing more time for training, dropping weight, and all this other stuff, and that he's going to knock Charlo out. And look, that's possible too, but like I said, I don't think that is going to happen, because I think Charlo's going to come way more prepared. And I do think Charlo has the tools to avoid everything that happened to him in the last fight against Castaño. He just wasn't using the tools. That pressure, you think that, I don't know. Charlo has the footwork to avoid the pressure. Charlo has the jab to avoid the pressure. Lateral movement will help, man. Charlo can do that, you know. It's just is he going to do it effectively, and will he do it? I think he will. I think he's definitely going to keep the jab up heavy and strong this time around. The 1-2 is going to be coming heavy, and I do think I do think he's gonna be doing some great body and head work with the hooks and stuff. Watch out for what Charlo's gonna be doing. We gonna come back next week and we'll be like, yo, remember you said that KO Kenny? I'm like, yeah, I told you. Why? I told you he's gonna do that. DMA champ was good. Dome champ. Smart pressure though. I will do the same for my Estro. Let's see if Charlo can make those adjustments. I think he can make those adjustments. So Charlo has the skill and abilities. Like, Charlo can do those things. And he has a great coaching team. I don't see why his great coaching team wouldn't have him train on those things the entire training camp to come back and put it out while performing. I understand, training camp and the actual action in the ring are two different things. But the guy has the skill to do it. And I think he'll be able to do it. I don't know. That's just me. He will pull it off if the refs don't rob him again. Nah, man. Castaño a live dog. That pressure was getting to him last fight. Castaño is definitely a live dog. I was never like shitting on Castaño. Castaño could fight. This is gonna be a hell of a fight. I just think that Jermel may come with enough to put him out. But I wouldn't be surprised if Castaño wins. I wouldn't feel bad. If Castano wins, we come back next week and be like, you see, Kenny, I told you Castano's going to win. You was right, bro. Look, can't get all the calls right. Can't win all the, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm going to give my judgment regardless. Done, champ. I get it now. He tried being Floyd in my Dana 1. Haha. Then realized how difficult it is to pull. Just hold his ground behind the jab. He'll be good. I'm gonna hold you up to it, Kenny. Yeah, sounds good. We'll be back talking next week. But definitely hold me up to it. That's a fact. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't have a problem being wrong. I'm saying it's like taking a risk. You take a big risk. You may lose. You may win. If you win, you're gonna be super happy. But if you lose, you still gotta be super happy because you took that risk. Now you got that wisdom experience. Now you ain't afraid to take risks. Now you're just more comfortable in your skin and living in your space. And you don't have time for fear. Anybody who wants to be great don't have time for fear. I'm just saying, one of us is going to be wrong. Yeah, bro, one of us is going to be wrong. And this with this, we going to be happy wrong, bro. We both going to be smiling. Whoever loses, it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a lot of excitement. We both going to be happy. That's a fact. All right. Now, Mayweather versus Moore on the helipad. Will I be watching the fight? Yes. Is it exciting? No. I just want to see how sharp or how old Mayweather's still looking. Mayweather's just doing this for money. Will I be paying for the fight? I think that you got your answer. But I will be watching it. In the helipad, whatever, blah blah blah, la di da. A YouTuber dude, he's probably gonna knock him out early. Dude is probably smaller than him. Mayweather's talking shit. Oh, this guy's skilled. I have to watch out for his abilities. Shut up, Mayweather. You talking shit. Yeah. Gonna watch it. Who's gonna win? Mayweather. Yeah, I don't know anything about this YouTuber. I'm pretty sure he's not a big guy like Logan Paul that's gonna annoy him and make it uncomfortable. And I think he's gonna win the fight easy. Does Moore got hands? No fucking idea. He's a random YouTuber, bro. I don't think Moore has ever fought before. But I will be watching that, and I won't be paying for it. And that's that. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's how life goes. Here we go. The last topic for the evening is Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Cruz. So, it's been ordered. It's been ordered to fight. And it seems like Ryan Garcia wants to fight. I saw, I think it was a tweet. Him retweeting a certain article and saying for people to like it and retweet it so that it gets more attention so the fight could get made. It seems like he wants it, but I hope that this is not some publicity stunt type of thing, because if this fight does get made, he has to take it. If he pulls out another mental health situation, people are going to stop taking him seriously. And I do think he's ready for the challenge. Isaac Cruz is a very big challenge. Isaac Cruz is no baby fucking chihuahua. Isaac Cruz is the fucking pit bull, man. He's a savage. He's out there to maul dudes and destroy them. So, and relentlessly too. And he has a chin. He could take lots of punches. There's gonna be no games in there. That's a tough fight for Ryan. Super tough fight for Ryan. Moore sparred Floyd in camp for Berto. When he did the live media workout, sparring Floyd could have stopped him at any point during the session. Yeah, there we go. There's our answer to Floyd versus Moore. Pitbull, facts, savage. Yeah, Pitbull es un animal. Pitbull is a savage, bro. And he has a great gas tank, punches and bunches. He could take a punch. And that's gonna be a challenge. I think that'll probably be a 12-round fight when it does happen. I don't see anybody going down by knockout, and if somebody does go get knocked down, it could be Ryan Garcia. Who knows? If Ryan Garcia does put Cruz down and knocks him down or knocks him out, I'll be super impressed. And then I'll be like, you know what? I think Ryan Garcia is ready for the big leagues now. I believe again, because look, fighting to go on a comeback fight after taking it, that whole debacle after getting knocked down. I can understand getting knocked down, that changed things for you. You saw how serious it was. I get that. But, yo, I would be super impressed. More impressed than I was with the Luke Campbell fight. I'd be super impressed if he was to, like, knock down and knock out Cruz. That'd be, bro. I'd be like, oh, he's ready. He's ready. He's ready for Cambosis. He's ready for Haney. We gotta see these fights right now. Right now, I don't know, cause I don't know if he's fully off of this situation where he didn't have too much belief in himself. You gotta be self-righteous out here, yo. I would be surprised if Ryan takes that fight right now, but who knows? I'd be surprised too, but who knows? Maybe he's calling out because he really wants to fight. I hope he's calling out because he wants to fight. Look, like I said, if he backs out, we're gonna be very, very, very upset at him backing out and being soft, or we're gonna consider that a soft ass move. But this I think is a very winnable fight for both of them. Right now, at this moment, I'm going to call it 50-50. The fight has just been ordered. The fight hasn't even made. There's no real point in me going out there and doing some deep analysis on both these fighters and their skills and watching a lot of their past fights at near the same time so I could do my analysis and what they do. There's no point in me doing that right at this point because the fight hasn't even been announced. It's just been ordered. Once it gets made and it's announced, then you'll hear me do some more comparisons and really go in there and deep dive and think about, Ryan Garcia or Cruz, who I think is going to win. My guy, G Funky, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's go. We're going to keep it going. But, yeah, so who do I think will win in that fight? I don't know. I'm not going to call that one either right now because it's too early. Let them announce the fight, and I'll do some deep analysis, and we can decide together, And I think that is about it. I think that is about it for today. Yeah. I hope that fight occurs, though. And that's about it. There was like Pulev's little brother and Kovalev fighting in cruiserweight. That's interesting. That's cool. I'm going to see it. I wonder how Kovalev is going to come in. Is he going to come in like a chubby guy? Is he going to come in fat since he's going up a lot of weight? From 175, what's the case gonna be? Whatever. I will watch that fight. Maybe not live. Probably the replay because it may be playing at the same time as the Charlo Castaño too. But yeah. That's about it. One more thing. Last statement. My fault. I'm gonna play one more song as I close the stream out. But I got one more statement. Last statement is, I bet money. I haven't even watched no Andre Ward interviews or anything. I bet money Andre Ward is out there talking trash about, you see, I would have beat Canelo. I would have beat Bivol. I'm the greatest. Son of God. You ain't know? And then he's going to lick his lips. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Andre Ward would do. Or is probably doing right now. And after this, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go look up some videos and see what Andre Ward is saying and talking about. All right, now let me go get this last song real quick. You guys have heard a lot of my others. We gonna keep it tough. We gonna keep it. I ain't gonna play no soft songs for you. We gonna keep it with something tough for y'all. I was gonna play. I have a political song too called Reform. but I'll leave that for the album release. Y'all heard Lemon a few times. Y'all heard Feeling Nice earlier. I'm going to play a song I got called New Me by your boy K.O. Kenny. All right? So, here we go.
Them niggas swear that they know me. Leveling up, it gets lonely. These niggas fake, these niggas lame. I don't got time to be phony. The way that I'm moving is hurting your feelings. I don't got time for emotions. I'm dreaming, I'm chasing, I will leave you back. Talking too much like you know me. Cannot control me, nigga, I'm stating the facts. Wait. You used to know me. What makes you think that a nigga the same? Or maybe you thought that you knew me. Photoshop me in your brain. You captured an image created with feelings and then I got framed. I keep making change. What makes you think that a nigga won't change? Look, I put trust in the process. Now I'm not here for your nonsense. I still move with aggression, not as angry, yeah, that's progress. I don't fight with a weapon, still got hands, I still be boxing. Y'all just hate on the vision, blow that bridge, I create distance. Them niggas swear that they know me. Leveling up, it gets lonely. These niggas fake, these niggas lame. I don't got time to be phony. Way that I'm moving is hurting your feelings. I don't got time for emotions. I'm dreaming, I'm chasing, I will leave you back. Talking too much like you know me. Cannot control me, nigga, I'm stating the facts. Look, I work it out like six-pack. I still drink mad six-packs. I don't be with niggas or too many women. That's how I'm feeling, no setback. You niggas stay working to get back. The image you get, I give that. Fuck your feelings, you keep that. I ask if I want the feedback. Give me the smoke, I need that. Could use a friend, don't need that. I be with myself, I stay in my head. I don't need approval, I curve you. Tolerate dumb, won't eat shit. Don't be disrespectful, I ignore your verbal. You put your hands up and I'll serve you. Respect the elders, I started this shit and you follow suit, so I birthed you. Wait. Them niggas swear that they know me. Leveling up, it gets lonely. These niggas fake, these niggas lame. I don't got time to be phony. The way that I'm moving is hurting your feelings. I don't got time for emotions. I'm dreaming, I'm chasing, I will leave you back. Talking too much like you know me. Cannot control me, nigga, I'm stating the facts. Wait. Got no remorse, no explanation. Nigga, I'm moving impatient. You niggas complacent, chase you like Jason. Not the same trials we are facing. Moves are selfish and ruthless, there's no containment. Y'all brought the phase in. Pointed the fingers and y'all put the blame in. I lost the love's what I'm saying. If I was your boy, then you do what you claiming. Not with the game that you playing. Not with the rumors you spreading. Not with the attitude niggas be getting. I changed the setting, niggas was chilling. I'm blowing it up, I'm getting nice on the Sonics embedded. Rock with us now, the future is deaded.
Yeah. All right, that's my track, New Me. All right, thank you for enjoying the Team Batman Boxing. Thank you. Mayate Killer 13. Yeah, I still agree. He's pound for pound #1. You guys all have a great evening. Take care. Peace out, man. Salute.